In the icy, desolate corners of the Earth, a Cord Industries expedition, led by mercenary Ignacio Carapax, unearths a long-buried secret, a mysterious alien scarab. This enigmatic relic is placed into the hands of the ambitious CEO, Victoria Cord. In Palmera City, Jaime Reyes, a fresh college graduate, returns home to a warm reunion with his family. But the homecoming is bittersweet. Jaime quickly discovers his family has hit tough times. Cord Industries' relentless development is remolding their neighborhood, forcing Alberto to close his business and putting their home at risk. To make matters worse, Alberto is battling heart problems. Determined to help, Jaime is confident that his degree will land him a good job, but the harsh reality is that no one is hiring him. Milagro steps in, landing Jaime a temporary gig as a cleaner at the mansion of Victoria Cord, the CEO of Cord Industries. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, Victoria's niece, Jenny, confronts her aunt about reviving a dangerous project, the One-Man Army Corps, a militarized super police force that Jenny's father, the former CEO Ted Cord, had shut down before vanishing without a trace. Victoria, however, is intent on bringing it back, using strange new technology to push her agenda. When Jaime stumbles upon an argument between Victoria and Jenny, defending the young woman, the act of chivalry costs both Jaime and Milagro lost their jobs, but Jenny, grateful for his bravery, promises Jaime to help him and his sister find work at Cord Tower. With his father's encouragement, Jaime decides to take her up on the offer, unknowingly stepping into a whirlwind of danger. Jaime arrives at Cord Tower and was made to wait in the lobby. Meanwhile, Jenny Cord uncovers a shocking secret. The heart of her aunt's OMAC project lies in an alien artifact, the Scarab. Realizing its immense power, she snatches it and tries to escape. Jaime sees Jenny and tries to catch up, but alarms blare throughout the building. In a panic, Jenny hands over the Scarab into Jaime's hands, instructing him to guard it, and under no circumstances should he touch or even look at it. Confused, Jaime takes the box home. Naturally, Jaime's curious family convinces him to open it. As soon as they pick up the strange object, the Scarab springs to life, latching onto Jaime's back with excruciating force, fusing itself to him and transforming him into an armored warrior. The Scarab begins running system checks, launching Jaime into space before hurtling him back to Earth and sending him wildly through the city. When he finally returns home, the chaos leaves his family in shock. As they argue about their next steps, Rudy insists they keep the police out, suspecting they work for Cord Industries. Desperate for answers and a way to remove the Scarab, Jaime decides to track down Jenny. Jaime finds Jenny on the run from armed enforcers and helps her escape. She reveals the Scarab's origins. Her father had it long ago, but she never expected it to bond with Jaime, as the Scarab chooses its own host. The only hope of removing it lies in her father's secret vault, but they'll need a digital key stored at Cord Industries. With Rudy's homemade jamming device blocking the cameras, Jaime and Jenny sneak in to steal the key, a smartwatch. On their way out, they're ambushed by Carapax, with a prototype OMAC suit. The Scarab reacts, activating Jaime's alien armor, and an intense battle ensues. Carapax is overpowering, but the Scarab offers Jaime full control of its abilities, allowing him to conjure weapons at will. As Jaime gains the upper hand, the Scarab pushes him to kill Carapax, but Jaime resists, sparing him. But Carapax took advantage and started hitting him just before Rudy and Jenny crash into the scene with the jamming device, rescuing Jaime. On the way to safety, Jaime learns more about the Scarab, which calls itself as Kaji Da. With the key in hand, the group heads to Jenny's late father's mansion. Hidden beneath it is Ted Cord's secret base, once home to the superhero Blue Beetle. Ted had studied the Scarab, but since it refused to bond with him, he built his own gadgets and suit instead. While Rudy hacks into Ted's computer, Jenny took Jaime to try on his father's clothes. Jaime realizes the Scarab can heal his wounds. Jenny opens up about how her mother inspired her father to become a hero. But after her mother's death, Ted became distant and consumed by his work, eventually disappearing altogether. She admires Jaime's strong connection to his family, and as the conversation turns tender, they nearly share a kiss until Rudy announces he's cracked the computer's code. They uncover a troubling truth. Jaime isn't the first person the Scarab has bonded with. The alien artifact had once fused with another host, and that host was studied to create the prototype OMAC suit. They learned that the Scarab binds to its host on a cellular level, making it nearly impossible to remove, except through death. This grim revelation hits Jaime hard, but Rudy tries to lift his spirits, suggesting that the Scarab might be a gift, not a curse. Their conversation is cut short when they spot Victoria Cord's helicopter headed straight for the Reyes family home. Jaime rushes back, arriving just in time as Victoria's mercenaries storm the house, setting it ablaze and holding his family hostage. Jaime's suit withstands their assault, and he manages to fend off most of the soldiers. As Jaime and the Scarab, now fully symbiotic as Kajida, take down the soldiers, Jaime's father Alberto suffers a heart attack. Distracted, Jaime is captured by Carapax, trapped in an electrified claw, helpless as his father dies before him. Morning comes. Rocio, Milagro, and Rudy, still mourning Alberto, are rallied by their Nana, who urges them to focus on rescuing Jaime. Jenny Cord, determined to help, takes them to her family's secret weapon, Ted Cord's bug ship, an armored airship used by the Blue Beetle. Together, they prepare for an all-out rescue mission, knowing they'll have to face Victoria, Carapax, and whatever dark plans lie in wait. Jaime finds himself imprisoned in an old, ominous fortress near Cuba, where Victoria Cord is advancing the OMAC project. Her plan was to siphon the Scarab's code and upload it into the OMAC system, creating an unstoppable army of super soldiers. This extraction could kill Jaime. Despite protests from her lead scientist, who believes they could learn more if Jaime survives, Victoria orders the process to begin, starting with transferring the Scarab's power into Carapax. Meanwhile, Jenny Cord leads the Reyes family to the island, where Nana takes command, using Ted Cord's old tech to formulate a daring assault plan. As they land, the bug ship transforms into a walking tank, tearing through waves of enforcers with fiery determination. Inside the fortress, Milagro and Jenny advanced into its maze-like tunnels to find Jaime, only to stumble upon thousands of OMAC units powered by the Scarab, standing ready for activation. In the lab, Jaime is racked with unbearable pain as the extraction progresses. On the edge of death, Jaime experiences a vision of his father, Alberto, who encourages him to embrace his fate and stop resisting the Scarab. With a tearful farewell, Jaime reaches out to Kajida, fully merging with the Scarab, just as Jenny and Milagro's explosives detonate, cutting off the power. But it's too late. The extraction has already completed Carapax's transformation. With the lab in chaos, Jaime breaks free, though Kajida needs time to reboot. The scientist helps Jaime to escape, only to see the scientist killed by Carapax. Jaime is soon cornered by more soldiers, but just when things seem dire, Nana bursts in, operating a machine gun, taking out the enforcers with ease. As the family returns to the ship, they realize Milagro and Jenny are still inside. The explosion has separated the two girls. Jenny is captured by Victoria. Meanwhile, Milagro is cornered by the soldiers, but Jaime arrives in time to save her, his newfound mastery of the Scarab's abilities making him unstoppable. However, he soon faces Carapax, who engages him in a brutal showdown. At the same time, Victoria attempts to flee in a helicopter, dragging Jenny with her. She shows her the portable device containing the Scarab's code, confident she can restart her operations elsewhere. But Jenny uses one of her father's gadgets, a protective foam, to disable the pilots and crash the helicopter. Despite Jaime's newfound strength, Carapax overpowers him. And when Rudy tries to help, Carapax fires a rocket, seemingly killing him. Fueled by rage and grief, Jaime gains the upper hand, poised to exact revenge for his father and uncle. But Scarab stops him, and Kajida reveals what it saw during the brief download into Carapax's mind. On the ground, Jenny destroys the Scarab code, enraging Victoria, who orders Carapax to kill them. In a final act of redemption, Carapax turns on to Victoria. As the Reyes family and Jenny escape, Carapax triggers an overload in his suit, causing an explosion that consumes Victoria, the fortress, and all the OMAC units, bringing an end to her twisted plans. In the wake of Alberto's passing, the Reyes family is surrounded by an outpouring support from their community. Meanwhile, Jenny Cord steps into her new role as CEO of Cord Industries, vowing to honor her father's legacy. As a gesture of gratitude, Jenny surprises Rudy with a brand new truck and reassures the Reyes family that Cord Industries will rebuild their home. Before departing to her father's mansion, Jaime seizes the moment, offering to fly her there. In the quiet of the moment, they share a tender kiss and launched off. In the depths of the Blue Beetle's hidden lair, a crackling transmission reveals Ted Cord's desperate message: he's still alive. Thank you for watching Movie Mind. Subscribe for more update.